The woman's name is Ilsa. She and I used to be close. It's over.
Why are you telling me this?
I thought you might want to know.
How is the case going?
Badly. Mundy's dead.
Dead?
Yeah, dead. Murdered. And not a pretty sight. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'll survive. You could have chosen a nicer way to tell me.
I thought you might appreciate me getting straight to the point. Do you want me to stay on the case?
Is there still a case?
I thought perhaps you might like to know who killed Mundy and why.
Yes, I owe him that. You can continue with the case, Luton.
Do you want to know what happened with Mundy?
That's what I'm paying you for, isn't it?
Is it? I'm starting to wonder.
Don't you like me, Luton?
What's not to like? You're a woman like any other.
Do you look down on all women, or just the ones you know?
I have plenty of distaste to go around. Do you want to hear about Mundy's death?
I'm not that kind of ghoul.
I never said you were. I just thought you might like to know.
I don't need the details.
Did you kill Mundy?
What? What do you think I am, Luton?
It's got nothing to do with what I think of you, Carlotta. But the Watch are investigating, and if they find out about your connection with Mundy, you're bound to be a suspect.
So why are you asking me if I did it?
Let's just call it professional curiosity.
If I had done it, would you turn me in?
That depends.
On what?
On why you did it.
You don't strike me as a moralist, Luton.
I'm a simple man, Carlotta. I have simple ideas of what's right and what's wrong. The trouble is, things are seldom that simple. It's always somewhere in the middle ground. I try not to jump to conclusions. In my line of work, that can get you killed.
That must be a tremendous incentive to think everything through.
I do my best. You still haven't answered my question.
I didn't kill him, Luton, if that's what you really want to know.
Do you have an alibi? I told her when the murder took place and asked her if she had an alibi. I wasn't surprised when she did. Frankly, I reckon I could have said any day and any time, and she'd have had an alibi. She was that kind of woman.
There are witnesses who can corroborate where I was.
And where were you?
I was in the Temple of Small Gods.
Spend a lot of time on your knees, do you, sister?
We all need a little absolution.
For your sins?
Everything I do is a sin in someone's eyes.
Does Azil mean anything to you?
Azil? Wasn't he a madman from the Great Neff? Some kind of religious maniac?
Go on.
That's it. That's all I can remember.
Have you heard of a dwarf who goes by the name of Al-Khali?
No, I haven't.
Never mind. It was a long shot. Do you know a woman...
Be careful.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings?
No.
Mundy's murder looks like a counterweight killing.
Oh, I'm thrilled.
I'm trying to find out why a troll named Sapphire would lie to me. Any thoughts?
Be careful.
Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald?
Be careful.
You're von Uberwald. I didn't know.
You don't happen to know how a troll singer might end up with a lot of money by any chance?
Let's try not to get...
You don't happen to know who Sapphire was meeting with when she missed her shift at the Octarine Parrot?
Let's...
There didn't seem much point discussing that with Carlotta. I've got things to do. I'll see you around, Carlotta. What's the game? Trunchin. Interested, stranger? The name's Luton. What are the stakes? Minimum stake is $1 a hand. House limit is 10,000 per hand. I'm in. Here's my dollar. Hey, big spender. World told me how to play the game. Something to do with the major arcana and the private arcana. The major arcana had strange names like the Fool, the Pyrophant, and the unbelievable expense of a slice of cheese. Essentially, it seems I just had to stay under 21 and get as high as I could. It all seems pretty whimsical to me. It's a whimsical world. What happens in a tie? I win. That doesn't seem fair. I'll note that down in the complaints book, shall I? Player thinks the odds might be stacked in favour of the house. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I expected to lose my dollar anyway, so I didn't worry about it. But someone else at the table seemed pretty worked up about what I was doing.
That isn't the way to play it.
Why not?
Because it isn't the way to win.
Is there a way to win?
Well, there's a way to lose more slowly.
What's it to you?
I've seen enough losing. I don't want to see any more.
I only bet $1.
No, it's the principle of the thing.
What do you think? I'm just a croupier. I'm not paid to think. I lost my dollar, but I reckon I got value for money. And hey, the cards were pretty. Do you own this place? Saturnalia? Nah, you gotta be kidding. Who owns it? I don't really know. Probably a whole group of people. For all I know, no one owns it, and it just keeps ticking over all on its own. Is that likely? Frankly, I don't really care. As long as I get paid, it's all the same to me. Don't you have an inquisitive mind? No, I find people with inquisitive minds don't live too long. Do you know anything about the murder of a man named Mundy? I'm just a croupier. I don't know everything. Does the word Azil mean anything to you? I'm just a... Do you know Carlotta? Well enough. She's a regular here. Oh yeah. She likes to come in every once in a while. She usually ends up betting with somebody else's money. And she never loses control. What do you mean? Well, you can win or lose in a single game. That's just the way it is. But sooner or later, people lose control and bet all they have left. And then that's it. For most of them, they don't care. Mostly they're just big shots with more money than sense who like the glamour of Saturnalia. Some of them are hopefuls who can't afford to lose the money they've wagered. But those that are really good at the game, they never lose control. They know just when to play and just when to quit. And Carlotta's one of them. Carlotta is always in control. Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite? I don't think so. Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two-Conkers? I don't think so. What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali? I'm just a croupier. Have you heard of the counterweight killings? Sure, and I only have one thing to say about them. I'll place good money that the patrician's next. Any reason? Just a hunch. I was told that I'd find a certain troll's body in the Salaci mausoleum. Only when I got there, it wasn't the right body. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? You went rooting around in the Salaci family mausoleum. Hey, leave me out of this, Luton. Do you know anything about Count von Uberwald? That means nothing to me. Do you know a troll named Sapphire? Oh, I'm just a simple croupier. I wouldn't know anything important. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't give it away for nothing. I guess you don't like to give away anything for free. When you've worked in a casino as long as I have, you learn that you don't get anything for nothing. I reckon a lot of meetings must go on here. I reckon so. Anything interesting you can tell me about? Sorry. Any way I can make you less sorry? Listen, Lowton. Saturnalia is home to 100 meetings a night. Some secret, some not so secret. But the one thing that folks can be sure about is that if they want to meet in secret, they meet in secret. I wasn't about to... Tempting as it was, I decided not to... I suppose not... Do you know what this is? It looks like a purse. I think I have something of yours in it. Really? Oh, yes, so you do. And what do you know? My memory is suddenly much improved. I thought it might be. You know a troll named Sapphire, don't you? Yeah, I know Sapphire. She's a good customer. Always plays with cash. Never wins anything. Some trolls aren't born lucky, I guess. She never wins. She wins a little, but she always loses it again. She can't hold on to money. Few people can in this place. For the time she walks out the doors, she's always a loser. Is there any chance she could have won big and you wouldn't know about it? If she won it here, I'd know about it. I reckon a lot of meetings must go on here. I reckon so. Anything interesting you can tell me about? Sorry. Any way I can make you... Listen, Satyr, but the...
Okay.
Anything more you can tell me about Sapphire's losing streak? What's to tell? That troll holds on to money like a drunken dwarf holds on to his temper. Time to excuse myself from the table, I think. You seem to get worked up over my gambling.
I'm not as easygoing as I used to be.
You're a wizard.
Wow, you're sharp. What tipped you off? The gown? The arcane symbols?
Look, I just thought you might want to talk. You tried to help me at the table, and I thought I'd make amends for being so rude to you. Sorry I tried.
No, wait. I'm like, sorry, friend. It's just, I'm on edge.
The name's Luton.
I'm sorry. We haven't been properly introduced. My name is Warb. B-L-L.
B-L-L?
Well, Bachelor of Eldritch Lace Making.
Eldritch lace making?
Don't ask.
You a regular in here, then?
I guess so. I'm not very lucky.
I thought all wizards were lucky.
Whatever gave you that impression? Do you know how many bizarre and unpleasant ways there are for a wizard to die inside the walls of Unseen University alone? One false invocation as you're summoning a demon, and bang! You're lunch for some pit fiend with more tentacles than legs and fewer arms than heads. Or spend too long in the wrong area of the library and poof, you disappear. All that you leave behind is a statistic.
Don't you like being a wizard? It always seemed like a glamorous profession to me.
There's nothing glamorous about wizardry. Well, except for glamours.
Glamours?
It's an elvish thing.
Well, thank you very much. If you're so unlucky, why do you come here?
I haven't lived a lucky life, but, well, I don't know. I guess I feel that in here, I at least have a chance.
But the odds are always stacked against you. The house always has the advantage.
Let me tell you something, Luton. The house always has the advantage. Here, out there, it doesn't make any difference. At least in here, you know who the house is.
That's a pretty stark outlook.
Ever made a decision that affected your whole life? Ever done something that throws everything into question?
No, I don't feel in that much control of my life.
None of us are.
So you work up at Unseen University.
I was trained there. Once I got my degree, I moved on.
But you're still a wizard. I thought all you guys were under the jurisdiction of the university.
Yeah, I work for Unseen Securities now.
Unseen Securities?
Yeah, we make magical security systems. Very exclusive.
Are they expensive?
Oh, yeah. Hardly anyone can afford our services.